Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, Vibing After Dark _ with Mo. And if you're new to my channel, how about hit that subscribe button? And if you're a returning subscriber, how about send it to a family or a friend so they can vibe out with us? And please make sure you like this video. That helps out a lot, and thanks in advance. Alright you guys, so as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we are going to be talking about Monique exposing the text message between her and her son 3 years ago to prove the point of she was communicating with him and trying to talk to him. But a lot of people really wasn't feeling her exposing her son messages, and they said basically it was proving the fact that she was pushing him off, because a lot of the messages was saying that I'll get back to you, I'll call you back, I'll call you tomorrow, I'll call you later, things like that. So then I'm gonna be showing y'all the clip of him explaining and doubling down on what he meant about their relationship. Okay, so let's get straight into the messages that she posted. And in the caption, she captioned this picture: "Hey my sweet babies, here are the receipts from a mother who allegedly does not love her son. We are sharing this with you, Shalon, and the community." And it's from December 5th, 2020. She said, "Okay, baby. Hey, baby, just checking on you. Hey, baby, just checking on you. Hey, man, good morning." So then she said, "Hey, baby, did you mean to send this to me? LOL, man," with the heart emoji. He said, "Hey, mom, good morning. My phone autocorrected ma and put man, LOL." She said, "LOL, that D autocorrect." He sent her a picture and she said, "Hey, now, I see you." February 2nd, 2021, she said, "Hey, baby, you good? I will call you tomorrow. I am going to bed. LOL, your mama getting older." He said, "LOL, love y'all." She said, "Hey, sweetness, I hit you later tonight." He said, "Okay." She said, "Hey, my baby, I'm going to call you when I get back home. We out with." And it got cut short. February 18th, he said, "Hey, mommy, I wanted to send Tough some flowers and stuff just cause. Can you help me pick some stuff out because I have no idea what I'm doing, LOL." She said, "Hey, my baby, of course I will. Give me a couple hours to call." In February 22nd, he said, "Hey, mom, have you ever heard of hyperhidrosis? It's an excessive sweating disorder." She said, "Hey, my baby, no, I've never heard of that. I will research it." February 25th, she said, "Hey, my baby, sorry I missed your call. Can we talk tomorrow? Call me when you go on break if you can. Love you." So he then sent her a picture. She said, "Yes, you look so handsome." March 17th, she said, "You better say that S. Let me know when your break starts." She also said, "Hey, my baby, how are you doing today?" He said, "I'm okay. Been overwhelmed these past couple days, working through it by talking with Nicole. This hasn't been the best sales week so far, and I've been feeling more anxious about it than usual. Nicole has been helping me chill out though sometimes she's the reason for the stress, LOL." She said, "Hey, my baby, let's talk when you get off." And he said, "Can I call you in 30 minutes? She said, "Hey, my baby, can you give me an hour?" He said, "That's cool." And March 27th, she said, "Hey, my baby, you up?" April 6th, she said, "Hey, my baby, please know you still sleep. However, when you wake up, I want you to have an awesome day." And he said, "Yes, ma'am. How y'all doing this morning?" She said, "Amazing." He said, "My appointment with the DMV is on May 7th, so I can start this process for my license. I have 3 derogatory strikes on my credit. I will clear up 2 of them at the end of the week. Just telling you my to-do list, LOL." She said, "I know you will get it done. Let's go." She said, "Jamaica, how y'all doing?" "We're doing good, cooking a late dinner, salmon, salad, and rice. The doctor's appointment went well. We met one of the midwives." She said, "Oh, wonderful, my baby. Did y'all hear my baby's heartbeat again? Remember Jamaica?" He said, "Yes, ma'am. Of course I remember Mr. Jamaica. How is he doing?" And the baby's heartbeat is strong. We forgot to ask for the BPM. She said, "He is doing good, still look the same, just got older. It's been 15 years since I've seen him. Is Nicole getting big?" He said, "Our next appointment is on June 11th for an ultrasound." So then he sent a bit emoji and she said, "Okay, now you see how I feel when I get this technology as super cheese." And he said, "LOL." And she said, "Hey, my sweetness, hope y'all having an amazing day. We are on our way to get some raw food. Yummy." And he sent another bit emoji. October 15th, she said, "That's your mama." He said, "Hey, mommy, are you awake?" Hey, mommy, how are your eyes feeling? She said, hey, sweet baby, I haven't forgot. I'm just trying to get myself together. Hey, sweet baby, I will call you after we speak with Tamika and Thomas and her father. We talked to them at 7 p.m. this evening. We got y'all back, you and Nicole. And this when her son said things went left when Monique's husband texts from her phone. And it said, remember today, and this is Uncle Sid. If you don't change your immature ways, you're going to lose, my man. We can't be mad at you, but we're definitely sad for you. How do you go from putting your mother on hold when generations of family are able to see Sanai on Nicole's side, but you gave no instructions to Tuffy of your mother as to when they would or could be able to see Sanai until after Tuffy brought this fact to your attention? Interestingly, you're a man now, but you were a little boy just days ago as you needed me to walk you through getting a car. The items for the baby you wouldn't even have if your mother Tuffy and I didn't care enough to do that for you and Sanai. You need to be rescued from your apartment weeks ago by Tuffy, but you cussed her out days ago. What's wrong? Okay, so like I said, that's when he was like, they was being cool and cordial or whatever, but when Sydney decided to send a text message, I guess this is when, they stopped talking. But he came back out again and he wanted to explain more stuff and break down their response video. And I think he did a good job explaining it.
All right, so I'm just going to get straight to it. Hi, I'm Shalon. So I find it unique that my video was in response to my mother and not her husband, but yet he still had the most to say, which isn't uncommon. I also find it unfortunate that my mother does not seem to speak on her own. The only two worlds that I know where daddy is used is for children speaking with their fathers and women acknowledging their pimps. Her husband starts off by literally doing the very thing that I said that they would do, which honestly kind of made me feel as though their response was ironic because they validate my original video. Either A, she has some newfound moment of clarity, or B, she retreats back to daddy. In her retreat back to him, though, he does not acknowledge what I did say, but instead begins to create a new narrative of things that I did not say, which negates the effects of a response video. The two of you essentially created a new video rather than actually respond to what was actually said. You also brought up my father. My father, though, is not doing interviews talking about me. In quick regards to the three sons comment, under the context in which your husband was speaking, by your rationale, Ma, he should have easily had no problem saying four sons, especially since you say he knew me before I knew me. The two of you can sometimes come off as seekers of weak levels of empathy from others while at the same time sidestepping any accountability that one may need to take. To attempt to address what I said to another man while also trying to make your wife victim number one has nothing to do with you. My father did not need you to speak for him. You're her daddy, not his. My mother has been speaking on our relationship for years, so to imply that only one side of a story was told when there are several articles and interviews throughout the internet discussing my strained relationship with her, filled with quotes from your wife speaking directly about me while also providing vague context and downplaying the impact of an uninterested mother. I am 33 years old and have had ample opportunity to go to the media and tell some BS story for a BS amount of money, but instead I am on TikTok expressing my feelings for free. If the two of them were paying attention, I literally explained in my first video why I am responding using TikTok. And I should not have to repeat myself. My mother also states there are some people that are saying, oh, you should be ashamed of your mothering skills. You should be ashamed of yourself. This is what I say. Let's let it play out. Because the same ones that were saying, oh, I was crazy, I was deranged, we watched it play out. So just like with my son, we're going to watch this play out. First of all, who the hell is we if it ain't you and I reconciling our relationship? Second of all, it's power in a word. Nobody is playing, but I can understand why you would use that word specifically. As you stated in the Club Shay Shay interview, you had the mentality of a 15-year-old child. You required a man to raise you, and you were acting like a little girl. These are your words. It doesn't matter what context I have them in. This is how you thought of yourself as a grown adult who was someone's mother. Last time I checked, Monique fans, a 15-year-old grown adult who acts like a child but is in search of their daddy, they don't typically make efficient parents. But hey, I could be wrong. On a more serious note, to sit there and allow your daddy to address my mental health and a weak attempt to pass my response off as a moment is disturbing and insulting to those of us who do have mental health issues. The way I presented myself was no different than my mother and her daddy presented themselves when addressing D.L. Hughley, and her precious sweet babies ate it up. DL is wrong because he's so loud. Mo and Daddy are right because they're so calm. But I, for some reason, don't get the same energy. To simply try to call me crazy is dismissive and cowardice. Attacking somebody's mental status is a clear sign that you have zero to stand on. Furthermore, what kind of person still has a text message from their wife's son that is over 2 years old, still in their phone, saved just for the purpose of re-showing it to him? What I specifically remember about that message is that at the end of it, you said something along the lines of, "If you don't respond, I understand." I could care less about what your message was about, but for you to say in the message, "If you don't respond, I understand," why was it then that when you and I did speak, after that message was sent, the first question out of your mouth is, "Hey man, how come you didn't respond to my text message?" I found that to be very unique, but I did not need an explanation on how to speak to women or how to listen to women. That was not what that situation was about. My mother showed me how conceited she is in that situation that you were referring to. For a woman to villainize the actions of her son for being a man and a father to his new family simply because she had not heard from him in 2 days, as though her phone was broken and she could not check on me. Because last time I checked, I was a new parent. I didn't get a new house. I didn't go on vacation. I didn't just get a new game system. I had a baby. And in those 2 days that you did not hear from me, I was handling my business as a man and a father. But I'll assume your phone and the phones of those around you were all broken, which I wanted to believe was the reason why you did not respond to a message from your son expressing his concern over some bumps that your grandchild had on her back. You would later make it your business to tell me that you got the message and chose not to respond because her other grandmother is a nurse. Damn the fact that she is also your blood. And shout out to Nana. My baby girl loves her some Nana. The statement about money and then stating, "Don't let nobody introduce me to you," is not a competent statement to make because it wasn't a complete sentence, nor did the two things correlate with each other. And when did you have the time to introduce yourself to a son that you weren't interested in and didn't do the best job you could do? I'm starting to think that you're not hearing yourself. To address money, you gave me $10,000 for a down payment on a car. Yes, thank you again. Thank you. My girlfriend and I were already prepared to put our money together and get a car. You and your husband called us one day and stated that y'all were going to give us $5,000 for a down payment. We said, okay. You then called us back a day or two later and stated that you would be giving us $10,000 for a down payment on the car. You and him made the conscious choice to give us that money. We did not ask you for anything, but this is an example of a rich person doing something for you, and because this is, an example of a rich person doing something for you because they want to do it for you, but because it doesn't have the desired effect that they want it to have, you are inconsiderate and ungrateful. But let's take it a step further. I eventually would uncover that my mother had left me a UTMA worth $45,000. You never brought that account to my attention. You claim it was because you forgot that you even set it up in the first place, which validates my original point. Who forgets that they invested $45,000 into a child that at that time is the only child? When I was homeless and I called you to help me figure out how to access the account, you said, "Shalon, I don't even know what you're talking about, and if I did, why do you think I would help you?" After finding out from the Georgia Department of Revenue that they had been sending me mail to 3 separate Georgia addresses, all of which I lived at with you at some point or another. For the life of me, I can't grasp how those letters managed to slip by so many people at 3 different locations. I did, however, eventually get access to the money and the brokerage account that you had set up for me with Morgan Stanley. To be fair, what you put together for me was amazing, especially had I let it sit for a year or two, which made it bittersweet that you wouldn't have wanted to help or even educate me on how to manage what I had. My blowing through that money is all on me, and I have to take my accountability for that, and it's a lesson learned. Sydney stated that the last time that him and I spoke, I wanted to call him Dad. The actual truth is that I wanted to call him Pop. Calling you Uncle Sydney, but my mother calls you Daddy, and the boys call you Daddy. It was getting a little awkward. And yes, for a very short time, I did feel that way about you, but the more things change, the more they stay the same. Oh, Black Jesus. I do just want to really quickly give a really, really big thank you to the support that I've received throughout this. I didn't think that that was something that was going to happen. I didn't make that video to have a tennis match with my mother. I do not plan on making any more videos. This is it. I've said what I wanted to say. To me, if you're not going to acknowledge, you've already shown me that you don't care enough to acknowledge what I did say, so I definitely don't have the expectation that you're going to acknowledge now what I'm saying. So it is what it is. But once again, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, man, that day that before I posted that original video, I went to sleep with 25 followers that I probably could name all. I could probably name all 25 of those people. I think I have over like 12,000 followers now. That's really cool, man. I really appreciate that. But I just can't say thank you enough. I know I sound like a broken record, but I do appreciate the love. And best of luck to my mother and Sydney. And I hope that the Cat Williams tour is incredible. I really, really do. But when it comes to me, I am going to enjoy being a dad and being a man and just going through life, man. I don't want to be famous or notorious for being someone's neglected kid. I don't want that to be my story. And I only said what I said just to provide context, not to become anything. But y'all be safe, man. Peace.
Okay, so y'all heard everything that he had to say. So D.L. Hughley decided to repost it to his page, and he captioned it and said this. What's trending? I'm just going to set this here. I wish this young brother peace. Black men also need to be able to speak what's on their hearts and minds and feel supported in order to heal. Team DL. So the people in DL's Hughley comment section was not feeling it. They said, have you healed the issues you had with your daughter? This is lame as F. And he said, we absolutely have. Next, somebody else said, your son being disappointed in the way he was raised and not believing your daughter when she tells you she was assaulted are two different things. Guy, just stop. So DL responded and said, since you feel the need to bring up mine, the difference is accountability and taking responsibility for the S you've done wrong, which obviously I have, or you wouldn't have anything to comment on. And somebody said, man, just a move from all y'all that hate Monique. Let's be real. Why he wait till now to say how he feel? Oh, okay. Somebody said because she brought him up. That's why. Get off the short yellow bus and listen. All right, y'all let me know what y'all think about the situation. And I know I'm late on bringing this out because your girl been going through death in the family. And I was just trying to put out something that's, not too much. But I will be getting back with the Christian rock stuff. But I just wanted to still have something to put out every day. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I do comment back. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.